That happens a lot with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
By the
The
way.
male version of a bitch.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so just to recap,
Oh, that
we're
was
in the
so
live
funny.
in our brunch with
Yes,
Blerd,
yes.
as Tyrone used to call it, and yeah, so I was talking to, and this is public space, so I could talk about it. All of it is honestly, but our opinions have been, but yeah, one of the reasons why we're fortunate to have Steph, Nolly, and those and Tiffie, and even some others that have joined us, is because we do get educated to those points. And one of the things that was happening at the time was there's this educational moment where men were learning not to use the word female as a
Yes.
noun. You know what I'm saying? Which was something that I had to be educated on as well. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, it was like dude, nigga, bruh, chick, homegirl, female. Like those were just ways of addressing people. I never took any of them as being like, necessarily offensive. But it wasn't up until recently where I got put in place by my wife, actually, you know what I'm saying, who was like, yo, look, why you say female, and I was like, yo, I don't understand. Like I was the ignorant nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I was the ignorant nigga at the top of the, I was like, cuz man, I mean, I'm a male, you a female. That's what it is, Brr, 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 brr. It's like, yeah, but that's not how you should, address, like. And I was just like, I don't understand why you making this a big deal. Brr, 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 brr.
I love them.
I had to get educated. Rattle, 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 rattle. So this is happening. So I had my own evolution, which I've had as a result of of having multiple of having people in my life with different personalities and different things. And so I had that metamorphosis, so to speak, of like learning, oh shit, okay, we don't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or that never was appropriate in the first place. So I was able to come to the table with my newly emerged, renovated self, so to speak. All of us weren't there yet. Now in our defense, Tyrone is like the perfect person. He's not real. Like Tyrone is not a real person.
He's an angel in disguise.
Tyrone, we love you to death, but Tyrone is like, if God like really exists, then I believe that he was handmade. Like Tyrone is like perfect from the mind to the so.
Best way to describe Tyrone.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, best way to describe Tyrone would be like, what a fembot is? He's a male fembot. So perfectly unreal, dog. Like, what I'm saying?
Okay. In that aspect, yeah. But like he's completely inoffensive to anybody other than racists. Let's just put it like that.
And super informed. He's like the most informed. Like if ever there was a moment that you needed clarity, just ask Tyrone. Like he'll put you. I've never met anybody like him that knows as much as he does about everything. Yeah, about anything. Tyrone, you know what this is? He was like, yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah, obviously, when you have gravity and it multiplies.
Dude knows everything.
And plutonium is derived from. Like, hold the fuck up! Like, what the fuck? So Tyrone is aware of these things. Now, what I was getting at was Touré was on the show, and I put up Mel Mitch, who is a personality, not a noun or a way to describe.
Not a Mitch.
Mel is M-E-L, all right? Not M-A-L-E, all right? As previously described. Like, yeah, Mel Mitch, of course, like a man, like a man bitch. I get it. When Tiffie looked up at when she, oh my God, I'm so mad. I'll never see that again. I hope she said something that profound. They caused her to give she was really giving. I don't know if y'all watched this or not, but oh my God, what's the show where they say under his eye, may the Lord open. What's that?
Is this a church thing?
Handmaid's Tale. Yes, you were giving the Handmaid's Tale look like where there's always light beaming
in front of the window.
At the window. On this day, I learned that we had no powers in Gideon. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit. She dropped to the ground. It was like on her knee. But yeah, so it started off. I played one of Mel Mitch's. It's Mel Mitch. And it was one of her. She does these really creative takes on misogynistic podcasts.
Yes.
Right. And so we played a clip of that. And the objective in this was to go over because Ty inadvertently, this shit was so funny because we had just had the conversation. I think Ty was
absent. Part of the. I wasn't part of the group. I wasn't part of the group conversation.
And so we had just went over this whole thing. We was like, yeah, this is. And so Steph had just kind of gave us like, nah, and Nolly as well to their extent. And Yaz was in on it too. He's like, nah, this is why you don't call women. A woman is a woman. A female is a human. It can be any species.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But you shouldn't. You don't ever say, "Yo, this male," you know. And why is that? And we had this whole article. We did this. We did a whole show. We did almost.
Yeah, we did.
And so we had this profound conversation where we came to this meeting point of minds where we're like, "Oh, we get it. We're all in unison." And Ty wasn't there. So Ty pulls up on the next show, and the first thing he's like, "Yo, when that one female who I was like,
and look, and everybody stopped. And I was like,
yo, here's Ty. Ty's like, what
happened? What did I say? I was like, what did I say? What did I do? Because I'm known to say some fucked up shit. So I'm like, alrighty, like, yo, what? I don't know what I did. What did I do here? So.
What's the problem? We was like, oh, I don't know what to say. And so we almost got to watch Ty's, let's call it education in real time. You know what I'm saying? Because he did the same shit I did, but it was on camera. I got the luxury of having my shit in my bedroom with my wife. You know, months ago. You know what I'm saying? His shit happened like, but I don't understand. It's a female. I'm a male. You know what I mean? So I mean, if you got lady parts or whatever, if you have reproductive organs, then use a female. You know what I mean? Like, no. And we even used the Debo, when Debo came out and like was when Craig was defending Debo, was like, yo, Debo, that's a female. Like, he was protecting that female. You know what I'm saying? He was all like, yeah, but and so that happened with Ty. But then we had Touré on. Shout out to Touré. Big time, yo, we love Touré. And he's the only dude on here to flash his bag. His greens on here live, but that's all the subject. Go back and watch the live. And I got a couple clips of it as well. But so we had Mel Mitch's clip up. And then the first thing he says after seeing Yo Mel, because this shit's hilarious. She's like, yo, why is females even breathing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why you breathing. Like, and then the other character's like, yeah, oh, he's spitting. He's spitting. And then she's got the girls like me as a female, like, I just don't understand like why my man breathing on his own. Like, I'll breathe for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to jail for you. Why are you eating on your own? I will eat for you. You know what I'm saying? And so when she gets done, it's obviously satirical. And when we get done, the first thing Touré says is, now, did she do that for the male podcast, the female podcast? And we was all like, it was like, oh shit, this is happening in real time. Sorry. But Steph, in her poise, in a way that I think only Steph could do. If I'm just gonna keep it real, we love Steph, and Steph, she's going through some stuff. We hope that you get through that, and you got all of our support always.
100.
But Steph, in this moment, so eloquently eviscerated that whole notion, and I would advise anybody to go watch that moment because it literally took a man from one point of view to the complete opposite point of view within a matter of moments. She was like, well, listen, Touré, you know what I'm saying? When you have, and basically the same thing I just told you, which I learned from her, when you have a woman, that's a woman. A woman is embodied by all of her experiences. She is not just reproductive organs. She is not just anatomically a female. You don't want to use female. If you're saying female artist, okay. Best female producer, sure, but I'm way more. We're women. We're not females. You can have a female fish. You know what I'm saying? And so, Touré, and then he know I was ready, but I had pictures of him and his wife and kids loaded. So I put him, his wife and kids, and he was like put on the spot, like. Okay, yeah, he's like, yeah, that's my family right there. He's from Philly, that's my Jones right there. Yeah, I mean, whatever. And he's like, yeah, so you know what? I never thought about it like that. You know what? And you know what? you know, I will change it up. I learned something today.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I learned something today, and I appreciate you kind of at least explaining this to me in a manner that I could understand. You know, because I didn't really and then he even split. He flipped around the Debo concept. He was like, now that I think about it, because the first thing when I hear female is I think of the movie Friday, and I was like, yeah, me too. But he flipped it. He was like, Craig came out and he was like, yo, man, Debo, that's a female. And I was like, yeah, exactly. That's why we thought. He's like, no. But he said that's a female, like as if she's lesser. You know, like female, like I need to protect her because she can't protect herself. Female, so therefore you're picking on the weaker species. You know what I'm saying? Like it went a whole nother level, and I was like, well, if you don't pull on the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to have representation. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't. I would not have known. I would have been the ignorant ass nigga who would have pulled up. You know, let me fuck around and win an award or something like, yo, I just want to thank all the females in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
every time I hear, I'm always like, female what? Female lions? Who like these niggas raise you? Like female what?
And that's what we learned. That's what we learned. You know what I'm saying? So
I did want to say, Vince. I wanted to say earlier because you mentioned a couple times in the conversation, even before we went live again, that you'll kind of emphasize. You'll be like, well, I said this, but I missaid, and you apologize for it a lot. But I just wanted to acknowledge, like, me personally, I don't expect people to come in knowing everything and being so completely aware of all the things, because we know what we know, we've experienced what we experienced, and we don't learn. God damn it, I hate to be a Disney person, but as Pocahontas sang in that beautiful song, Colors of the Wind, sometimes you never know what you never know, until you learn it. So I just don't want you to feel, I'm saying that because don't feel that you have to qualify it so much and apologize for it. This step, you went and you weren't even trying to be disrespectful. You learned the lesson and you applied it accordingly, and that's what you can live in moving forward. You don't have to keep apologizing about that. Like, it's not so much that you made the mistake, is that you recognized it when you were told and then you corrected it. The issues come in when you tell people about this shit and they're just like, now they'll fight you down.
Yeah.
Double down.
Since I peeped it, but like the fact that you and you, Ty, as well, that you take these conversations in and apply things accordingly, like that means a lot. That means a lot. So
that's why I'm here. That's why I feel like all these other stuff. Stand up. Listen, I've been some places where I was like, there's no women here. I've made a mistake. They was like, oh, I saw one in the flyer, and I was like, she is not here. Mistakes were made again. But this is the best. This is my favorite one to show up to, because I'm like, fine. People are. Like, you're people, man. Like, oh, cool. Like, you learn. I'm like, I love being here. I love being here. Y'all are the best at what you fucking do, and it's very enjoyable to be here. It's very enjoyable to be here.
And I just want to say, Tiffie, you are seen. Like, I feel like we put, because I tell Vince this all the time. Like, the overqualifications. Like, I know that I'm imperfect. I know that I'm like, because I know that I don't know everything, so I'm not gonna sit there and to be honest with you, I don't feel the need to qualify everything that I say to people. So it's because I stand on whatever it is I believe in. If I don't believe in it, then I'm not gonna stand on it. I'm gonna represent it. If I make a mistake, I made a mistake, and I'll acknowledge that I made a mistake. But I'm not gonna sit here and kind of give myself, cause myself to be depressed over it or anything like that. So, the way you said it was so eloquently, because I say the same thing to him all the time. And sometimes it even gets on my nerves. I'll be like, dude,
he literally says that. You're right.
I'll be like,
you're absolutely right. Do y'all hear this shit right outside my? Do y'all hear this nigga cutting grass like right outside? You don't hear this goddamn weed whacker right here next to my?
No, I hear New York.
I hear yours, and that means y'all don't hear mine.
No, I don't hear anything from either of y'all.
Okay, well look at us. Like, the shit is right. You literally don't hear that shit. Like, all I hear is like bagged up.
Damn, he's so. And apparently, there's been a whole situation. I went to go check on the house in between the streams. Apparently, a water line done burst in the back. Part of the yard is lifted up.
Oh no!
The house.
That's a beautiful yard too. That's
Dad, thank you. But so my uncle had to come over and shut. And I just been over here gabbing with y'all. And I go downstairs. And I'm like, what's going on?
Hey, I'm here.
Everything is cool when you. Everything was awesome.
He's over here dying, laughing in the mirror and in the window and shit, and crying, laughing at everything's going on outside.
They were outside like, cut the water. I said, cut the goddamn water. We gotta stop the pump. We gotta stop the pump.
Is with the Elmo on fire thing.
Yeah.
Elmo. But if I could, let me bring up another topic that we kind of that we evolved on, so to speak. But I really don't want to completely push away the whole off-brand. I love this movie. I love this show. I really want to get into that. So let's make sure that's the next thing we talk about. But another thing that we evolved on, and I gotta credit you to this, Omar. Michael Lamar. Do you know who that is?
I feel like I know that name. I feel like Black Gay Comic Geek, right? Y'all call Michael Lamar. I know that nigga by Black Gay Comic Geek. Don't try to trip me up with the government.
Well, the only reason is because I didn't want to have him on here and be like, so Black Gay Comic Geek.
That's smart. Smart.
Anyway, so big Black Comic Geek. He would probably love that. He would flash.
Yeah. I'm like, your mama calls you Black Gay Comic Geek, so I'm gonna call him Black Gay Comic Geek. That's what your username said. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Not HBO Max, bitch. Fuck you. I call you HBO Max. Max. Who the fuck is Max? So I was like, I saw the clip that you made of where he was talking about Sync. Right? And I was like, oh shit, that dude. Like one thing. This is gonna sound weird, but I get really the words coming into mind is turned on, but don't take it that way.
Yeah. No, let's go with that. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Handsome nigga, what's up? What's up? What's up?
No. I get really geeked up, shall we say?
Yes.
When I see other folks with extensive nerd knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so invigorating to see not only that you possess this knowledge, but that you're so confident and and fluent in it. So when I saw the both of you stitched his video, and I was like, who the fuck is that dude? Who is? I was like, oh shit, he's repping for the gay culture and all of that stuff. I was like, okay, we don't have that representation on our panel. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it, and we need to, because there's probably things that we're missing on that element, but I don't want to force it, you know. So I was like, yo, let's have old boy on. and I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. So we had him on, everything was great. And I can't remember what it was. Oh no, it wasn't even that. I'm sorry. I got them all twisted up. It was a different subject. It was Michael, what's the old boy that's in trouble now? Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors was going through his thing. Yeah, and he was dressing up as like, like he was doing that photo shoot before Creed 3 or whatever. And we had Frankie on. We had Frankie on at the time. You know, Frankie was our special guest. And like Ty just said that he doesn't think the same way. He has some off-brand thoughts about certain things or whatever. And so I had him on because I wanted to hear his opinion on this subject, because we hadn't really talked about it as much. But I knew that it probably wasn't necessarily how can I say this without being I don't want to throw shade, but I knew that his position on this may not be in sync with everybody else on the panels. You know what I'm saying? Like it may be a little bit different. I don't want to say bad or good. I don't believe that those things are always
different.
If applicable, but different.
Okay.
So I want to hear because we already knew our opinion. We had already said, man should be able to wear what he want to wear, all that other stuff. But I was expecting Ty to pull up like, yo, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what is you wearing all that for? Yeah, I mean, what you doing too much or whatever? Say whatever it is he wanted to say. And that was when I kind of had him on and put him on the spot, and he got mad at me. Like he got mad, and I apologize. I was sorry because I did kind of put him on blast for that. But that was another learning moment where we were able to like take subjects and take people who are not necessarily in our close, so to speak, circle, and use it to kind of gather more intel and to be more aware of circles that may not be within ours. And that was a moment where she was helpful in that. I mean, Tiffie's done the same thing with regard to some Disney spaces. And Omar, you definitely done so with regard to, because you're a lit. We have like different categories for different nerds. You know what I'm saying? There's watchers, there's readers. You know, I consider you high in the reader category. You know what I'm saying? Tiffy's definitely a watcher. I'm not sure if she's a reader or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting definitely high Disney watch vibes.
Of comic books?
Yeah.
Or books
or anything.
Books in general. But oh yeah, I'm definitely a reader. But like comic books, I fell off a while ago. So I just get updates and I get told specifically which issue.
Yeah, read this issue.
You go to Omarpedia.
Fuck what you're doing right now. Read this issue.
Comes to me and says, "Drop what you're doing." Read X-Men.
Yeah.
Read 11. I was like, I haven't read 1 through 10. He's like, I don't care.
I ain't gonna lie. I peeped that. I peeped some synchronicity with you all's Hellfire Gala posts, and I suspect that there was some discussion with regard to those events being, as you guys like your posts were almost unanimous, like almost in sync with each other. They came out like around the same time, like before I think Hellfire even dropped.
Because they had released a bunch of the outfits from it, so there were a lot of creators making Hellfire Gala things, and probably when they release more of the outfits, like revealing what they're wearing, you'll see another wave of Hellfire Gala stuff. But also, yes, we do message about content, and it'll be like, you need to post this, or I'll send a screenshot of someone, because I'm in his comments, and I'll send a screenshot of someone comment and be like, make a video response to this.
Oh, nice.
She told me to do the stitch with Black Gay Comics. She's like, do the. All right,
shit.
I'm okay. I look. You point. I click. All right.
It's real.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If I have the permission and you don't mind me overstepping, because I will. If he sends something to read for me to like, or to read for me to enjoy, I'd be like, that was a very enjoyable thing. However, these are screenshots of the typos that I noticed that need to be edited immediately.
God damn it! Oh my God, I am the king. I am the king of the typos. I wear proudly. I make up new words.
Hey, well, that's the only thing I don't like about. One of the things I don't like about Twitter is you can't edit without having to spend like $15-$16 a month. And Tiffie, that energy, I hope we can get it in these two, because these two have so much personality and so much talent, but what they don't do is do enough on their own, in my opinion. Like, I feel like both of them have such zeal for so many different topics that we haven't even gone into. Like, I really want to help. I don't want to say help, but I would really hope to be able to develop more of an online presence for these two if they're open to it. They both said to me in different ways, yes, I'm down for it. I just ain't got time, nor do I necessarily know how or what to do first. But I'm like, yo, just get the fuck out there. Just get the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying? Just dip your toe in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Which one you taking? Which one you taking? Which one you taking? Because I'll take the other one.
Look at him.
God, I got Ty.
All right, I'll go with us. Y'all go with yes. Cool.
All right, well, look.
Yeah, there's accountability, baby. I mean, the DM, like, all right, so what's up? What's up, baby? It's once a week.
Look, I'm gonna come to the show next Saturday, pissed off, looking at Tiffy's whole show, like.
yeah, but you got it done though. You get it done though. Somebody at least once. Like, all right, so what's up? You want what you were thinking about? All right, cool.
Because I will 100% keep you on your toes unless you tell me that there's personal things going on, things like that. Like Tasha will not open up messages from me because she knows already what's inside sometimes. And I was graceful because you even said, oh, we're gonna flip it from the A side of this track to the B side. I wanted to be like, Tasha, did you hear how we're doing B sides? Did you hear how we're doing B sides? You're supposed to be doing B sides, Tasha. Play that clip for her, Omar, because I was promised B-side. So, yes, if you tell me that that's what you want to do, I will push you. And I don't claim, like I said, I don't claim to be anybody's expert. I'm not saying the things I suggest will be 100% successful, but we're going to get you out there. I'll tell you everything I know and the pitfalls I fell into. So the fuck, do what I say. For the most part, it fucking works. So
thank you.
when you want the distribution and production, that's when you go to Tiffie. I'm the person who's like, I get you. I make sure you get it done. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. You got it done. All right, go to Tiffie now. Get the hashtags and all that shit. Get when the post and everything. That's publishing. That's publishing and distribution. I'm A&R. We developed this shit. All right, so what you want to talk about? You want to talk about? All right, you can do this way. You can add it this way. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that sometimes with Omar, I could be like, I have this idea. I don't know how to put it together. I've never done this, and he'll be like, all right, and he'll be like, I sent you a Google document of a complete script, and I'm just like. And it's a whole script. One of them on the when I introduced all those characters, when it was like the good guy headquarters versus Denise at the villain PR, that was Omar.
That was
And
scary.
Yes.
That was scary as fuck. Because it's you got I'm like, oh, you gotta change things. Oh no, I did just as is. I'm like, oh shit, now this shit failed. This is on me. Oh no. Oh no.
I didn't make no change, and when he contributes, I'll tag him as the writer in it. But
That's cool.
and that's crazy because I struggle with the writing. I can have an idea, and he'll have it.
Yeah,
He does it like it's nothing. This man writes like fucking like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let me ask y'all this, because in my complete 100% humble opinion, with regard to my two friends, it's not the capability, it's the execution. You know what I'm saying? It's the execution of it. It's I know that both of them juggle a lot. You know, Yaz juggles a family, a job, a tortoise. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit. And Ty's got the fam and got a bunch of jobs and stuff like that. But I think that sometimes I don't know if you ever heard this phrase, but don't let perfect be the enemy. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good, right?
Yeah.
Like you get so hung up on putting out or doing something to perfection that you're like, I'm not going to do it unless it is such. Yeah. And that's where I'm trying to like come in, but like, nah, it ain't got to be perfect. It's just got to exist. Let's just start that shit. You can always delete old videos. You can always delete old pictures.
I think more my thing is more of like, you know what I'm saying? Like Tiffie just said, like, I'll think of an idea, but like executing it and like how to properly get it you know what I'm saying? That is where I get stumbled and then I get discouraged because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll start with something really good and then I'm like, duh.
That's why I'm with you. That's why I'm with you. There you go. That's why I'm with you. There we go. Boom. You're gonna figure it out.
All right, Omar.
One a week.
I'm up for the challenge. Okay,
there we go.
I'm up for it. Let's do this shit. I'm just saying that's where I lack at. Is like my brain just like kind of just
no problem. We can get through it. Not a problem.
I look at these two and I'm just like, there's so much potential, you know, and I get like angry. I'll tell one more backstory. One thing that when we started this off, believe it or not, before we started as the New Blerd Order, me and Ty were doing this bullshit project, which was
it wasn't bullshit.
I love bullshit projects.
Don't do that.
It wasn't bullshit.
It wasn't bullshit.
No, fuck that. I'm calling it bullshit. Let me tell you why. Because
bullshit.
Let me tell you why. Look, this whole thing started. Me and Ty, we are live. And so I can speak my truth. I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Since we is live, because you can hold it, you can hold me accountable. This whole project started because me and Ty would talk on the phone for hours.
Right.
Hours about everything.
Yes.
But mostly TV shows, you know, like movies and shit like that, video games. Hours. Like, and you know, I'll just walk around the house. Yeah, man. Oh, I can't believe he did that. Did you say on episode 4 he blew up? And my wife was low-key listening, like in the background, you know. And one time after one of our conversations, or even while we was on the phone, she was like, you know, y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all talk about, but I'm interested. You know? She's like, it's like, I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but the way y'all talk about it makes it interesting. So I was like, all right, well, we might have something there. I brought it up to Ty. He's like, all right, well, I was like, all right, well, let's just get online and let's just talk and let's just record it. You know what I'm saying? We used to use Zoom and shit. And so we would do that. And you know, me coming in with the comedic background, you know, me having, you know, I'm I think about almost 50. But you know, I got a few years in the game. You know what I'm saying? I've done a few things. You might have seen me and might not recognize me. You know what I'm saying?
As long as we know each other,
yeah. So actually, you actually knew me before I start. You know,
that's what.
So I have some comfort with the microphone. I have comfort with crowds. I have comfort with public spaces. So I'm like, all right, bro, let's go ahead. Let's do this shit. Let's go live. Let's get. He's like, no, hold up. Let me learn how to do this shit first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, learn what, nigga? We've been doing it the whole time. It's not about us learning. It's just us doing what we're doing just in a public space. And he's like, no. Let me say, fuck that. Yeah, I mean, I don't get down like that. I ain't like you, B. Yeah, I ain't never did this shit before.
And I ain't gonna be out here looking stupid. That's what I told you. Like, you're not gonna have my face out here looking stupid.
Alley-oop. The alley-oop.
I don't talk out in public like that. Yeah, I mean, so. Nah, I ain't ready. Let's just do some practice runs. Omar, nigga, we done taped like 100 episodes.
Right. Yeah, your practice runs in there. Okay.
It's like, I'm like, you ready yet? Nah, B. I ain't there yet. I ain't comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
comfortable, nigga.
Right? You had to break that down. All the syllables.
Comfortable, nigga.
I mean, like,
comfortable. So I tricked them. Tiffie, I tricked them. I was like, all right. He don't want to go live. He ain't ready. I was like, I'll tell you what. And I already talked to Yaz about it. I was like, Yaz, we got this project I want to do, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Look, all right, I know you ain't ready, but do me a favor. This weekend, I just want to do this little thing real quick. We're just gonna show up. We're gonna talk with my homegirl Yaz or whatever. Blah, blah. It's like, all right, whatever. We pulled up, and he pulled up, and it was the new Blerd order. You know what I'm saying? And we were just talking live, and it just happened.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like threw him in the deep end. You know what I'm saying? But he had already had his lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he's like, and afterwards, I was like, "No, was that so bad?" He's like, "Yeah, but you don't understand. Yeah, I mean, like, you know." And I was like, "Yo, just."
I did
get the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying?
I've done the exact same thing. Too. I went poetry. A friend wanted to perform. It's like, oh, not yet. I went, printed out his poem, gave it to him. Like, nigga, it's like 8 of us. Nigga, if it's now or never. Like, and then put like that. Sometimes that's what it's. You know your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes, all right, fuck it. Now that we're here, all right, the Pandora's box is open. We can't unclose it. All right, cool. We're here. You got it. You gotta lie to your friends sometimes. I did it back in high school. You gotta lie to your friends sometimes. In a good way. I didn't
want to, but it was the only way I was going to get him to see. Like to him, I feel like it's this big, this Demogorgon. It's freaking like it's Vecna. Like pulling up to the live broadcast, and it's like, oh shit, I need my headphones. It's like, nigga, like it's literally no, like we would come on, it'd be like 2 people, you know what I'm saying, like watching us, and one would be like Yaz's mom, and the other would be like my phone, and we're like, oh, it's like, I'm like, look, bro, I just want to show you, like, it's not that serious, you know what I'm saying? And then over time, our numbers kind of grew a little bit. We're still working on building, but I mean, it was just a matter of like showing, like, hey, look, bro, don't make this the monster in the closet that you're making it out to be. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that same thing is happening now with content, with individual content, with regard to, like, I love how you two and your group and the Black Nerd Problems, how you all have a unit and you all contribute socially. Like when I see the little box with the squares, like, and I know that there's multiple Twitter memes.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we about to get the tea from all the squad. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what did old boy say? What did he say? What did she say? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want that for us because I know we're capable of it. Now, I don't want it to come across like, yo, I'm holding this up, and so y'all need to pull your weight. No, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. I don't mind doing whatever it takes to push us in the space that I believe we belong to be in. I just feel like there's potential that isn't being harvested out of fear or lack of time or whatever it is. And I feel like if it was tapped into, it would be phenomenal once we got to that side. So that's why I'm just sorry. Thank you for my TED Talk, coming in. But I just had to get that out there. And for 2 people that kind of get what it's like to kind of put yourself out there and maybe not necessarily so comfortable about it at first. So Omar, like, maybe you weren't so comfortable at first when you started putting out your own videos.
You don't want to see my OnlyFans, and I'll put everything on it. I'll give you. What's funny? When performing poetry, I hate being on stage. I don't like being on stage, but like when it comes to like nerd stuff, I don't mind. But like, no, I mean, we're here for TikTok. TikTok was the one that was like, I'm like, this feels like I'm older, and Tiffie's like, hey, nigga, I'm this age and doing this shit. Shut the fuck up and do the content. I'm like, all right,
same age. We are the exact same age.
Yeah,
so
I'm older than you.
Like,
That's
shut
right.
up. By a month.
I'm grown.
I'm also grown, nigga.
I'm grown up though. You're grown. I'm grown up because I'm older than you.
You're not that grown up though, because I know you.
I'm not.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, well, you can distract me from.
Sorry.
I got a sensitive.
You were saying that TikTok.
Lack of time, fear.
Yes, TikTok. And then if I were to look at the numbers now, hold on, because I'm Omar. Here he is, right here. Oh, this nigga has 7,633 followers. That is significant. He's had a lot of growth on that. That to me is like super dope. So like, it's just an example, being scared of like trying a new platform, especially because going from like writing the essays and doing a specific sort of video, like YouTube is a completely different beast. TikTok and Instagram are like, they have the similar video orientation, but still very different audiences. And you just have to know how to navigate both while still being super authentic to what you do, regardless of the numbers. And I think that's the other big thing. It does not matter sometimes the number of likes a video gets. The number of likes is not the goal. It's being authentic and building your community. Like we talked about last week in the after show, I can get up and do almost anything And the people that support me, the community, they know about it, they will show up because it's me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. And that's what I encourage people to build. It's not about the numbers. Some people get super, super popular, and that's amazing. That is incredible. They went viral, and now they're on the Ellen show. And yeah, I wish it was me. That's not my path. I'd rather have the slow burn. I'd rather take time and build an actual community, because that's going to be so much stronger than anything. And that's why even with Instagram, you'll notice people sometimes have a big follower count and trash engagement.
Yes.
It's not always the algorithm. You have no connection to your community.
God damn.
And that's just the reality of it. I'm very fortunate. I have numbers that are growing, and for the most part, sometimes the algorithm just really isn't your friend sometimes, but like for the most part, the engagement stays consistent with my growth. I don't hide my numbers on my posts because like just see the people that are fucking with me. Like, I don't know, like, and that's just. And I think it's from building over time, being slow, going through the low numbers, not looking for perfection. You have to take social media and that mindset almost completely out of it. And I'm saying this, I fall into the same traps, and Omar has to pull me up off the edge of the cliff when I'm like, I'm burning this whole thing down. I can't do it. He sends me a meme. I hate it. And I know when it's coming, there's a moment of silence, and it's the stop. What does it say?
Stop making problems. I think it's like stop making problems for yourself that don't exist.
Right. And I'm just like, right. And he'll just send that as a reminder, like I'm focusing on the wrong things. When at the core of it, you're sharing the shit that you like. You're just, you're sitting in a city hall and being like, I really like Sailor Moon because I think that is dope that she uses the power of love to defeat her enemies. And most people are going to walk by you and look at you crazy, but someone's going to be like, go on.
That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy.
Yeah, and that's essentially. Thank you. I just made that up right now. That's essentially what you're doing. You're shouting into the void, and at some point, people are going to respond. And those are the authentic people that you want to keep around you, and that you want to grow in your community. And I know that I just spoke a lot, but I'm just very passionate about it, and this is literally my life. So like, you have to take the numbers out of it and just think of like, I'm talking this shit I like. I enjoy doing it. Yeah.
I also think, first of all, also real quick, Tiffie low key, she's self-aware as well in a manner that's not apologetic, but is explicative. You know, she'd be like, I know I just did this, I know I just did that. And that's kind of her version of I'm sorry a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Am I tripping? Am I the only one picking up on that? So I don't think you need to do that. When you talk a lot, we're all happy as fuck, just so you know. So please don't ever be apologetic or feel awkward for speaking, because that's why we want you here. Just keep it real.
I don't like when people reverse me.
No, I'm just saying, like, we've had guests on where we're like, oh, okay, they were finished. Okay, all right. We don't know. Like, we got to drag shit out. We had this dude on from Stranger Things. He's my friend. I'm gonna talk about you, Adam. Adam, I love you to death. But we had Adam on, and Adam was such an awkward guest at first because he didn't know what to say. Like, he was just like he just starred in Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we were just like, yo, so tell us about it. He's like, well, you know, it was cool. You know. Oh, okay. Well, what about you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, so that was the whole thing. So the fact that you do that, we don't have to, you know, hey, so tell us more is great. But also I think that there's an element, and I promise to God, we got to get to because I know we got hard outs. We got to get to this other thing we plan to talk about. But another element of it is like you just said, the both of you don't make problems that don't exist. I think there's also a mental block that says, you know, this is too difficult. This is too much. This is going to require too much time and effort, you know, and I don't know if I really am ready to put forth that time and effort, and it might not bring out the payout that I expect. And I think that may exist in these two as well. It's like, yo, I have to sit, I have to look, I have to, you know, edit, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean,
and let me stop you because you keep on saying you think what you can
I'm
just
gonna ask
me.
I'm gonna ask
what it is because nobody. I've been sitting here listening.
Well, I mean, because you ain't did it, you ain't putting up. You know,
because I love to hear you tell but you don't ever contextualize it.
Ooh.
Literally, you know me for years on years. I've always had a disdain for social media. For years and years, I never even did social media because that's not the type of dude I am. I'm more of a personalized relationship guy. I like to talk to people. I like to interact. I don't want to be on a computer screen.
It's very true.
So that to me,
I'm gonna credit myself with you being on social media. If I'm gonna keep it real.
You can credit Church because I wasn't on social media until we did the show.
I would say the same thing.
I literally had a Facebook that I never really used. Never was on Instagram. Never had an Instagram. Never had a TikTok. Never had any of that shit, and was perfectly fine with it, and still am perfectly fine with it. I enjoy coming and spending time with my friends and engaging in conversation. That's my enjoyment. But the part of engaging in, what did I tell you the last week, Tiffie? I don't engage in comment section because I'm a different type of breed. I don't argue with you on no social media because I know me. That's not good. I'm gonna find you. That's like, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. Like if it gets to that point, like we got to see each other now. You got this type of energy. I need to see if it's real. That's me. So when it comes to social media, for my mental health, I have to be like at a certain. I have to keep it at arm's length because I'll get invested to a point where I will be that individual looking at numbers like, oh, this shit didn't do right. Fuck, man, what I gotta do? God damn it. Shit. Call meth. You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, we gonna spend, but babe, we can't pay rent this week, this month. I have to go get Gilly and them. I gotta go get somebody. You know what I mean? I'm not that, and I know that to be me. So that's why I do social media. I just do it at a very media. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Media way. So I don't invest the type of time and energy that Vince does because Vince thrives in this climate. He thrives off the energy of those things. You thrive. No,
let him talk his shit. Talking.
You thrive off of the reels and stuff like that. That type of stuff really does boost you. It like when you're like it boosts us. You know, well, I don't mean
personally. Yes, like your hard work, you love to see the fruition of it being acknowledged and appreciated, and that really fuels your motivation for shit.
Well, if I may, I think I also had a head start too. If you go to my TikTok, what really started it for me was I was doing a lot of stand up. I do a lot of stand up. I work on cruise ships. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gone a significant portion of the year just telling jokes and shit. And when I started seeing the reels for comedians, the stand-up reels, I was like, I can get into that. Like I couldn't, like at one point it was skits. And I was like, all right, I can do a skit or two. And if you scroll years down my timeline, you'll see my skit days. Yes. I had a skit phase.
What are those?
I had the Back to the Future. What are those? Yeah, I had a couple of hits. But I was honestly like, oh my God, this is a little annoying having to come up with the skit part. I was always incorporating other people like, oh, I gotta have this person on and I need this group. I was never like the person to take myself, and then like Tiffie does such a good job with the villain PR and the assistant that she has. Like they have a conversation with each other. I'm like, I can't do that. Like when I'm like,
yes, you can.
I can, but it's not it doesn't come as easly to me as it may to you.
Right.
So when I saw the stand-up reels, I was like, nah, that I can do because I'm on stage all the time. So I started just filming myself and edit it. And then when I did the one about a joke I've been saying for a while, the one about being a nerd, but being 6'2" and being about 200 pounds, and people they want to walk up to me talk about the NBA and I don't know shit about it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, who's gonna be in the Super Bowl? And I'm like, oh, the Avengers. And then when I saw that did the numbers on TikTok, I was like, whoa! And the comments is what got me, Omar. The comments is like, I feel seen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, me too. I'm 6'3". You know, it's like holy shit. You know, so for that, I think I came into this game with that already. So I don't think that they've had that. And so there's still that moment that has yet to have hit. Now, without saying that too much, because like I said, I know we got hard outs. I did want to talk about these projects.
Yeah.
Before it gets too late, because I know I got to get my dog out the shop.
No problem.
My dog is at the shop. Gotta get the dog out the shop. My dog is being fixed.
You late.
I got oil change. Huh?
It's a 10-minute drive, so I got at least to 140 or so. Projects that we fucked with that everybody ain't fuck with, and I'm gonna go first. And look, Tiffie brought one up last week, and I don't even know if she remembers what it was. but we both we had this moment where we were talking. We were like, "Yeah, I don't understand why people don't like." I'm gonna tell you what mine is.
What's yours?
And I get a lot of hate for this. And Omar, I can already see you about to walk away from this. From
I already know what this is. You done probably said it a million times.
I've said it so many times.
The Airbender.
I think that I don't think that the Fantastic Four reboot got the respect that it deserved. All right. Now hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay. I never seen it, so I mean, I you know what I mean? Okay.
Okay. Now listen.
Okay.
Now I know that they race bended Johnny Storm.
Fine with that.
And I know they race bended Johnny Storm and Sue Storm's dad as well.
That's fine.
But what is so underappreciated is the level of villainy that Dr. Doom brought to that movie.
Okay.
If you watch that freaking Fantastic Four reboot and look at it as Dr. Doom's movie and not the Fantastic Four's movie, I promise you, you will get some more respect for it than they're giving it on Rotten Tomatoes because, oh, damn.
I hear you. Okay.
I'm so close to spoiling it, but I don't want to.
Okay.
But the Dr. Doom was Dr. Dooming.
I got it.
He was Dr.
Doom was
Dooming.
Doom. He was Doom for a second. I got you.
Yo, listen, I'm trying to tell you, Victor Von Doom was doing the fuck out of this movie. And it pissed me the fuck off that it didn't get the type of appreciation that I felt like it deserved just because, A, it was a reboot that embodied a race bend, which always is going to bring up, unfortunately, some backlash. And B, the fact that it wasn't, it was coming off of the two versions of Fantastic Four that some people, frankly, thought were fairly decent. I mean, now they try to trash it, but back then when they came out, you couldn't tell nobody nothing about Jessica Alba. You couldn't tell nobody nothing about Chris Evans. You know what I'm saying? And Michael Chicklicks, whatever his name is, the commish. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk about the commish. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the Silver Surfer shit. Even though they didn't show Galactus, it was still worthy. Like, I look back at all of the Fantastic Four movies, and I frankly think that they're all good. But I think that the Fantastic Four reboot was way better than it was given credit for.
Okay.
Of Victor Von Doom's depiction. Look, Omar, don't make me.
I'll find it and watch it.
You know what I'm saying? I'll find it and watch it. Back to base at 0800. You know what I'm saying? With the full report on what happened.
I'll see if I can find it online.
Because goddamn it, look, I'll buy it for you if necessary. Shit, if I gotta get the beta and the DVD set, I know we don't got DVDs no more, bitch. I'll send you a thumb drive.
You can sign on the Fire Stick for sure.
We got Fire Stick. We got Mr. Fire Stick man in the building right now. We will get you that shit. I'm trying to tell you, watch it and think of it as the Dr. Doom origin story, not as the Fantastic Four movie. And I promise you will look at it with a different perspective. I have spoken. Now, Tiffie, I don't know. Do you remember the one that you said last week that you had?
Said Van Helsing, right?
Van Helsing.
I like that movie. I like that movie.
I love that movie.
I like that movie.
I do too.
You like it?
Yeah, I like
it. We're talking to Hugh Jackman, right?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
I enjoyed it, but I think that people didn't really respond to it. But my other one was Catwoman with Halle Berry.
And I'm out.
That's the one.
I'm with Omar.
Support all of your nerdy things. Wait a minute, you're not being very fair right now.
I've gone to we have our extremes. We have our extremes. I'm with you on Van Helsing, Catwoman. I'll stand at the horizon and
you know what? It could have been worse. I could have said The Legend of Chun-Li.
I like Chun-Li.
I liked it.
You liked that movie?
I never saw it, but I'll give that a chance.
You liked that movie. When she was getting into she was getting into that dance off, and they were like,
okay, well, there was a bad scene. Okay. but first of all, y'all not giving baby girl her the woman her credit. All right, she come off of Superman. She came off of Smallville. All right, she's not a martial artist, and we were coming off what I would consider the absolute worst Street Fighter movie in the entire world. There's no worse movie, in my opinion, than that first Julia Garcia.
Whoa! Did you say there's no worse movie? The Dragon Ball Z movie was worse than that.
I got his bike. You're full of shit, Vince. You're full of shit.
Are you
serious?
It's better better than the
Ben.
Street Fighter movie.
Yes,
There's
it
no
is. It is
Ben.
better. That Street
Yeah, no,
Fighter
it
shit
is
was
not.
trash.
No, it is not.
Not
No,
better
it
than
is
Dragon
not.
Ball. Not better
I'm
than
not
Dragon Ball
going
Z
to
movie.
visit this podcast if it's a lying podcast. 'Cause that's
All these caps on the ground. Is it a lid store in here? What's all these caps doing here?
Yeah, that's
Yo, come
That's
on, man.
crazy. That is crazy.
Yo, listen. Have you? All right. First of all, before everybody here trashes it, who here all has seen the Chun-Li movie? Okay. All right. See, only two of y'all, and everybody's talking shit.
Let's make sure that we're.
It's about Street Fighter. You said there's nothing worse than Street Fighter.
Wait, that Street
You
Fighter
did
movie
say
trash.
No,
That's
but
what's
the
going on,
Dragon Ball Z movie
Yeah.
was worse
The
than that.
evolution. All right. That was trash
That
too.
was worse.
They're equally trash. All right. They are both very trash. All
That
right.
is
They're not equally
crazy.
trash. They're not equally trash. No,
That
they're not
is-
equally
that
trash.
is
Dragon
so
Ball Z
crazy
was
to me that you
Yeah,
like that.
Dragon Ball Z was worse.
Incredible.
I couldn't
You
do
talking
it.
about Zangief when the truck
Truck.
and
he looked like Zangief.
and he goes quick, someone change the channel. That shit was brilliant. Or when he
Nah,
gets his thumbs up like this, and eventually Guile just goes,
Nah,
Genius.
bro.
"Great."
Nah,
You think Legend of Chun-Li is better than Street Fighter? And
I-
I've never.
I do. I unfortunately do.
I
I'm
had
sorry.
so much
I'm
respect
sorry, not sorry.
for today. Oh
Nah,
my god, I
bro.
don't know what to
I'm
do.
well, listen. I mean, look, I haven't seen Catwoman, so I'm not going, to talk about it.
You
but,
never saw
I haven't
Catwoman?
heard great things.
I mean-
Nah, I didn't. I was sometimes when shit like that happens, I get afraid to watch it because I'm like, if I don't want to walk away. Look, yo, hold up. Marvin, how the fuck, Marvin? Listen, mira, coño, no estoy preguntando usted
Come on.
para sus opiniones, hermano. All right. I don't know what I just said, but hopefully it makes sense. But yeah, man, look, I'm not saying that Chun-Li was the best movie in the world and that it needs to
But
get
it
an
wasn't
award.
better than this. It was not better. It literally was not.
It
Raul
was a
Julia
spy
and
movie.
Bison. It doesn't make sense, Vince.
Raul
It doesn't
Julia,
make
baby.
sense.
Bad. Bison was not good. Raul Julia.
What was?
do
Yes,
it
he
for
did.
me.
What was that line that he said? He was
His
like,
last movie? Then-
the day
I know it's sad.
M. Bison visited your village was the most important day of your life for me. It was
just another Tuesday.
Only
and then Chun-Li, like all of it when she broke the handcuffs. That is
I was talking about that yesterday. I was like, no one even seen you throw a punch. That's exactly the way I wanted you to move it. Bang! Oh shit! Bitch got hands.
It was
the
so much.
animated Street Fighter movie though. When Chun-Li fucked Vega up in her
Oh, yeah.
apartment, that shit.
And nothing but a big t-shirt, bra and panties. I was like, you
That
damn.
shit was
Kill yourself.
that was wild. That entire movie.
And,
Yeah,
and just to give credit to Street Fighter, like when it came to the casting and how they like
They
you know,
looked.
they made them, they looked the parts.
Yes.
Except for Blanca.
Even Blanca looked the part.
Nah.
I mean, he looked monster.
Cammy looked exactly like Cammy. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Cammy was
I
in there.
loved Cammy.
Cammy was exactly like Cammy, but I just feel like they did Street Fighter wrong. And I guess let me get all right. Now that you've rightfully read me for my truth. Let me just say, I think one of the reasons why I like the Chun-Li movie more is because it went down the path that I wanted Street Fighter to go down, which was a world building path. All right, I wanted Street Fighter to be more of a conglomerate of stories. Not all of the stories tried to be just mushed into 1 2-hour movie, which I think it was like an hour 45. It's like, how do you mesh everybody's story into this? I would have rather have seen a Ken and Ryu movie. You know what I'm saying? A Ken.
YouTube
You wanted
about that.
it like I get that. I understand that.
It just
and I would be with you if the Chun-Li movie executed well, and they didn't. They didn't. And they also lost me when M. Bison reached into his wife's womb and pulled the child out himself. That shit was. Are you forgetting that?
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't have to go.
And not to mention, let's also remember, like, this was like early in the development of arcade movies. Like there was what was before that? What'd you get? Maybe Super Mario.
Mortal Kombat. I think that Mortal Kombat came out.
No, Mortal Kombat didn't come out before Street Fighter, did it?
Yeah, the original one. The original one. Yeah.
Y'all might want to check them dates.
No, the original Mortal Kombat.
Bro, Mortal Kombat came out like the 90s.
Mario movie with
1995.
Yeah, with the Leguizamo. Yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
1995.
The original Mortal Kombat came out in 1995.
Okay.
And
Street
then
Fighter
the
came out
Street
early
Fighter,
right?
Street Fighter came out in 1994.
I told you.
Oh, I think you're talking about Legend of I'm sorry, I think you meant Legend of Chun-Li.
No.
Oh, my fault.
I think Street Fighter was like, that was like one of the first real arcade movies outside of the John Leguizamo Super Mario Brothers bullshit that they did or whatever. But
they should have gave us a. They
should
should have
like that one too.
Bullshit.
I knew she like that one.
That one, I think that one's an interesting movie, but in terms of Mario, it is kind of like
it's wild.
What does this have to do with anything?
Wait, and terrifying. The fungus was giving way more Last of Us than Mushroom Kingdom. That movie was a fever dream. I want to rewatch that movie now with my adult brain just to be like, I see what drugs they were on when they where their mind was going and what influenced them in the other direction.
Nah, yo, when Dennis Hopper was supposed to be Koopa or Bowser, or excuse me, and I was like, how
it was all
it make it make sense, you know?
None of it makes sense.
Crystal that got electric. It's all very hazy. I would want to rewatch that as an adult with just to be like, oh.
Yeah, that's a hate much, man.
What are y'all's? What are y'all's movies or things?
Yes, you have one. Ty, do you have one?
I think I might have to jump on board with. I didn't think The Last Airbender was as bad as.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that.
Like I thought that was decent. Like I watched that a few times, and I didn't think.
I thought it was pretty dope how like they used, like we got to see the powers and everything.
Yes, Ong looked exactly like Ong. I don't understand.
You stop it right now. You stop it.
You're saying Ong? Ang?
Ang. His name is Ang.
His name is Ang.
Oh, I just got kicked off the panel for. All right. I'll do y'all. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Ang definitely did look like he did. His tattoos look on point for sure, and like the powers and everything, like Katara's powers. You know, like the Fire Nation. Like it all looks pretty dope. So.
Yeah, I thought that it was one of M. Night Shyamalan's. I thought it was for what it was worth with regard to storyline aside, with regard to bringing that world to life with the fire bending and the water bending and the way that they made it look. I thought it was credible. But other than that, Now, I will say this also, as I have obviously just revealed, I wasn't a huge Last Airbender watcher. You know what I'm saying? I still am not. It's not my thing.
I can tell.
You can fix that. You can fix that.
Didn't come to my
living room.
I know. I just did that. I'm gaslighting right now.
I think that if we watch Fantastic Four, you should start on a Avatar: The Last Airbender journey.
It's only four. It's only 4 seasons. It's not
only
that long.
4 seasons.
I'll do it.
And Core has 4 seasons too. It's not that long. They're dope as fuck.
For that reason, when I saw Korra came out,
she has 2.
No.
3.
So that means that Avatar has 3 seasons and Korra has
3 and 4.
Only 3 seasons for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Only 3 seasons? Okay, I can fuck with that. Like right now, I'm finishing Rebels, which is phenomenal. I mean, I know we don't have a bunch of Star Wars heads in here, but holy shit, I was not ready for the level of lore.
I need to.
I was not ready for I kept looking at it, and because it's TV, why? I was like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I watching?
Why am I gonna do this?
No blood, no violence. Like at least in Clone Wars, like you're like, all right, there's a lot of killing. And they show you some of the death. You're like, all right, cool. I can fuck with it. It's PG, but cool. But TVY, I'm like, nah, I can't fuck with the TVY. But I'm watching it right now, and this shit is dope as fuck. Like it is going there. Like yo, Maul Ahsoka. Like if you want to know really Ahsoka, like they go deep into it. So. I'll digress. But yeah, Airbender, I think I'm gonna stand on that hill with Ty. And maybe I won't after I watch the seasons.
Please watch the show and like give him. Because I'm not saying that Airbender is a bad movie, but in comparison to like if you didn't like the Street Fighter movie because it didn't do justice to the series and what we know Street Fighter to be, I feel like you would feel the same way about Avatar: The Last Airbender, where if you were more familiar with the original, you'd be like, oh, this is not what the source material was.
Okay.
So I think that's where a lot of the anger came in.
I'll put that on my list. I can do that.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I was in New York in a hotel and I was very comfortable and the remote control was at the foot of the bed. and I couldn't change the channel from that movie, and it was one of the worst afternoons in New York I've ever had in my life. Very specific. But I was just like, oh my God. I had enough energy to get my phone out and put it in my Instagram stories, but look, I can't grab the controller, and that's all I did to help my situation.
That's
it
funny.
was so bad.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I guess that she just made the point of the casual watcher as opposed to the people that are like, starch supporters of the show, and you're watching it through a different lens. I've actually watched both, so I get it. I get where she's coming from, but I do know how to like kind of disassociate sometimes and just watch something for pure entertainment value. And I think as far as if you watch it from an entertainment standpoint, you might like it. You might like it a little bit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Like, I was listening, but I wasn't.
Okay.
If I could,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, whenever Tiffany's hand hits her face, be careful, because she's either disinterested or disappointed.
Tiffany.
Tiffy,
her name is Tiffy.
You guys gotta realize how much she really must like y'all,
guys,
because she don't let
that's my third strike for the day.
She don't let nobody. She don't let nobody call her Tiff, and y'all. She has granted y'all that.
Yeah.
But
if we're
gonna talk about projects that don't get the love that they should, let me just take y'all back to a movie in 2017. Oh yeah, Glenn, Hijinks is here. Tasha's partner is here. She came over to talk to her. And so I was going to take y'all back to 2017 real quick when Pixar released the greatest true sequel in Cars 3. We don't talk about Cars 2. Cars 2 was the money grab. We don't talk about that. Cars 3, where Lightning motherfucking McQueen was racing for his goddamn life, blew his fucking knee out on the goddamn track. Motherfuckers didn't know if he was gonna come back. Man had the George Foreman career. He's like, nah, I still got a little more left in the motherfucking gas tank. My man had to train to get that fucking Tiger back in his goddamn fucking, had to train to get his Fire Wheels back, his Hot Wheels back on a motherfucking track and shit. And then he had a fucking little coach with him and shit, had to go find himself and shit. His man Doc, his usual coach, is fucking dead. He ain't got nobody, so you got to go see the teacher that taught his motherfucking teacher and shit like that. And that man told him, hey, you can't turn back. Listen, you'll never be the racer you once was. That's over. But you can't turn back the clock again. Oh my God. And niggas want to be like, oh, Cars 2 was like, when that little kid, Lightning McQueen was calling that nigga's name when he saw him back on the goddamn track. This is a movie about homage. This is a movie about fucking sentiment. All that shit was sentimental and about passing the baton. All that shit they did in part 1 was referenced in part 3. And then niggas, y'all don't even, man, this is about homage. This is about the next generation taking fucking over, and Cruz Ramirez, we got a Latinx fucking character taking on the goddamn racetrack, because Lightning McQueen is the most selfless fictional athlete to ever do it in this motherfucking game. Both movies, he gave up his own fucking spot for somebody else. 7 piston cups. Respect that nigga, right? LeBron James, Serena Williams, Lightning motherfucking McQueen. Put respect on that nigga's name. 7 piston cups.
Oh my God, where is my organ?
I'm sorry, that shit gets me mad. You gotta respect that man.
Because I knew exactly where this was going. I'm like,
respect that man. Respect. Thank you, Glenn. PJ Hijinks, thank you. You gotta respect that. That man.
That's why I love that.
He had that race 1, saw the king crash, stop, let his adversary go past him, went back around, like, yo, you just lost, you almost won the piston cup. An old man told me it's just a cup, and I think the king should get one last round and be able to finish his race. Come on. Then he stopped himself in the third one to let his apprentice go. And it's like, yo, it's now or never. You want to be a racer? Now's your chance. He went out there ripping his fucking number. Come on, niggas. Come on, niggas. Come on. Y'all niggas don't know about sentiment, about homage.
Yo, can we pause and let Tiffy get her tambourine real quick?
Come on, man. And then in the end, he took Doc colors, and then Cruz Ramirez took Doc's number. They unretired this nigga's number for Cruz Ramirez because she's the fucking truth. Come on, niggas. Come on, niggas.
Can we address Omar's passion for Cars 3 to the point where he created it into the live action version where he gave Lightning McQueen knees. He gave him knees. He don't even rock with tires no more. He flew out his knee like he was playing for the Celtics in Game 7 with the championship on the line, and he went out there with a bum knee and dropped 50 on the Lakers. Like, come on, man.
Come on.
Pull up. Yo, man.
I wasn't ready. I know what I'm doing this evening.
Okay.
Kudos.
I'll come out and get it now.
Kudos to that.
I have a heart out now. I'll get it.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Yes. Did you have any yourself? And then we'll go ahead and get out of here before they lock my dog up.
I gotta go get water. Now my wife's looking at me like, "Hey, nigga, you said you're gonna get this water."
Sorry, Tosh. Shaw. Dippo.
On that note, I'll just skip it, and because I don't have one right now, so we're good.
Okay, all right. Well, Yaz agrees with me. She thinks that the Chun-Li story was the best thing in the entire world, and that hands down, we're just that and Last Airbender with Aang were probably like the best things. I know. I just gaslit. And on that note, before I say some other stupid shit that's gonna get me canceled, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But last time, I want to apologize to Tiffie for accidentally saying the name, even though she told me not to apologize. And I also want to apologize that I didn't live up to my word and seeing the movie. However, I would like to recover by making sure that I see Across the Spider-Verse next week, of which I have already purchased. Of which I've already purchased those tickets.
That don't count, Vince. That don't
count.
That don't fucking count.
Come on.
And let me explain why it doesn't count. No,
I didn't say it counts. I said how Omar said it counts, but Omar doesn't get to say it because he also didn't see the movie.
Come on, man. That's why it don't count.
Gotta go. So I'll see you later.
Talking about how you already pre-ordered your Spider-Man movie tickets. This shit don't fucking count.
Getting hot here. I gotta go.
All right. Well, on that note, man, let us dismiss. All right, everybody. Look, first of all, thank you, Omar, for the sermon. I appreciate it. I wasn't ready for Sabbath service. Thank you, Tiffie. Holy fuck. You know what it is? It's this. It's the medicine. And you know what I
eyesight. It's clearly your eyesight.
I'm out.
Her name's clearly.
When I'm nervous, I mispronounce words.
Above her. You know,
she got me like hella nervous, yo. I'm sweating. I got like 3 fans on me and air conditioning, and I'm like, oh shit, man. I just think I just lost like 3 points. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. Also, thank you for dealing with us patiently, DJ Dimple in the background. I know she's sitting there like,
water.
And little nephew as well. Ty, and yes, y'all already know what it is. But appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I hope that y'all wouldn't mind joining us one last time next week, or who knows, maybe even more. But for right now, I just want to say thank y'all again. And all y'all who tuned in for watching, appreciate you as always. We will see you again next week. Go tune in live. Black Nerd Problems, Tiffie Starchild, everybody else, as well as New Blerd Order. We will catch y'all later.
I love the New Blerd Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10P Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud, but we got no stains. Cold ass pistol with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain.